National Marketing Director, representing
Colleen, this woman was on Medicare and food stamps.
Representing my amazing team and my family, and you're just getting started. The definition of build is to build, to plant, whatever you intend, to increase and strengthen, to cement and knit together, to settle or establish and preserve. The strength of a building really does lie in its foundation, and I believe the same is true for a team. This definition is exactly what we do when we build this business. You don't intend to plant kale and end up getting strawberries. We heard a little bit about the Tower Garden earlier, so I want you to think about that. What do you want to see on your team? What do you want 5 years down the road? You need to intend to build what you want to show up. To increase and strengthen. I don't know about you, but I want a really strong team, and we've got a strong team, but I know that this really is just the beginning. To cement and knit together. To me, this speaks about what happens when you have a team that shows up, that gets to work together, and that challenge each other to become more and to be more, because really, when we do that, it's amazing what happens, and this really has become a family. Building takes work, but I promise you it is worth every single part of the journey. Okay, go wide. I want you to write this down. Go wide. This is super important if it's in your booklets. The foundation of our business started with Jay Martin almost 50 years ago. So because he said he wanted to build a stable and lasting company that would help as many people as possible realize their dreams, that's an amazing thing, and because of that, it has changed the lives of thousands of people. What I want you to see here in this picture, I love it for a couple of reasons. One is this is a really wide house, and this is taken from a little bit far away, but if you look at it, it's really long. So picture going wide, think about your business. The second reason I love this house is in about 3 weeks, my beautiful friend Jeanette Blair and her family are going to be moving into this house. So this foundation that Jay built has built this incredible foundation for our businesses that we can go as wide as we want. That's something that is so different than pretty much anything else you'll find out there, that literally we can sponsor infinity wide. I want you to also write this down, that going wide provides stability in your business. I've also heard it said that width is wealth. So when you go wide, that means a lot more wealth in your paycheck. So some of you want to know how to do that. But going wide really does build stability in your business. Okay, this is a picture of our front line. And I wish that I could have done it somehow so that I could stretch it so it was just all in a line, so it really kind of made sense. But picture that for a minute. If you were to stretch it across this whole screen, the faces, and I can't really look at it because I'll probably start crying. The faces in these pictures each represent a story. They represent lives that are being changed. They represent stories of things that are happening. But here's what's cool when you start to really just build your front line. As you get more people, that equals more of the right people. Because not everyone is going to want to do a lot with this business. And as Wendy Campbell says, we will love you whether you do a little bit or a lot. And that is something that is definitely true for our team. But not everyone's going to want to work, but some people will, and so you just keep sponsoring more. You find the ones that want this as much as you do, and you get to work. I will tell you that, when I hit NMD, it felt like just the beginning. And as we look to 100 Club for our team, that kind of feels again like a new beginning. And I think about this whole idea of going wide, and I tell you today that I'm talking as much to myself as I am to the rest of you in this room. So whether you're brand new or you've been here for 30 years, I want to encourage all of us to continue to go wide, wider than we ever thought we could, wider than we ever, meant to in the beginning, because these faces are just a very small representation of the lives that we can change. And what I also love about this picture is that these faces represent a ripple effect. I would never know some of these people or ever be able to impact them if it weren't for some of these people being brave enough to have a conversation. Here's another thing I want you to write down. Going wide and teaching others to go wide. So picture, like this picture, teaching all of these people to then go wide That is what builds depth in your business. I'll say that one more time. Going wide and teaching your team to go wide is what creates the depth in your business. Dawn Raffman is one of my very favorite trainers. I'm sure she's probably in here somewhere. She says that it's our job to give people a positive income experience. And that is so true, because if people make money right away, even if it's just $1, actually, there are statistics that show that people are much more likely to stay engaged and keep working and keep growing their team. Some of the ways that you can do that are to use the fast track programs. And this is the next point in your book. You want to do this so that you can build you and your reps to the next income level as quickly as possible. So even if you've already done the fast track programs, it's important to help your team members there. And also, you want to take advantage of the really amazing bonuses that we have along the way. Okay, fast track to sales coordinator. I'm going to encourage you to get to sales coordinator as quickly as you possibly can. Along the way, you're going to hit a couple of bonuses and a couple of different promotion levels. So first off, to hit DD, you just need 3 outside households, and I'm going to encourage you to get 3 quad orders in those. You only need 3 trios, but go ahead and go get 3 quad orders with that. Then you get a 6% commission. Then when you do your 2,000 plus, which only takes 9 more trios, or then it only takes 5 more quad orders for a total of 8 quads for a 2,000 plus, which is really simple, you're going to get that 14% commission, which is awesome on every order that goes out the door of Juice Plus. Then when you get to sales coordinator, you're going to get 22%. And I'm going to tell you in a minute why this is really important. Sales coordinator is literally the foundation for what we build our businesses upon. Here's why you want to get there fast. If you're taking notes, you might want to write these down. You will be at the highest commission level, earning 22%, which is the same as a 100 Club National Marketing Director gets. The company pays 22% on every order that goes out the door. So this is what I love to tell my new team members. You do not want to leave any money on the table for me. I say, I promise, I would rather see you get that money than me, so go out and hit sales coordinator as quickly as you can. Also, sales coordinator is the first level where you're starting to really build a team, because you need that for that structure. And also it's foundational for your growth. This business is about investing in people. This picture is really special to all of us, because we took this picture actually the very first time we had over 100 people at conference. But this is crazy, because even still today, the fact that we have I think we have 110 this time, the fact that we have over 100 people at conference is more than my brain could have understood in the beginning. Because I came to that first conference, and then I think I literally came for 3 or 4 years in a row. And maybe I brought 1, maybe I brought 2, and I would see these teams doing this, and I just couldn't envision it for ourselves, but we just continued to do it. We kept doing the work, and it will show up, the results will show up. But this truly is about investing in people. So the next spot is about why qualify. Every one of these people in this picture, whether they're qualified or not, represents a life of maybe a mom that wants to be home with her kids, and maybe that $500 in her paycheck will let her do that. You know, there are stories that come along with everybody that qualifies. But it's also important to qualify because that is the cornerstone in our marketing plan. I want you to write that down. It is important to get there as quickly as you can. So on our team, the very first month that you're eligible, it's kind of a thing. Like we say, the first month you're eligible, you're going to qualify your business. That enables you to get that extra 5% on your downline team. And then once you make sales coordinator, the very next month, which is your first month eligible, you want to hit POV, which allows you to get that extra 4% on the sales coordinators that you rise up. This is going to set you up to be a stronger sales coordinator because you're already building that team. And I want you to know that we want to see you rise up in this marketing plan. And I promise you that if we can do it, you guys can do it too. And you heard Jeff Roberti say that. All of the speakers have been amazing today, but pretty cool to hear that the top income earner in this company said the same thing, that if he can do it, that you can do it too. So what if? I'm going to tell you a very quick story on the top left. You see my friend Kirstin and her daughter. I don't know if Kirsty's here. She's somewhere in here, but Christy's daughter was sick with colitis for years. And she heard about Juice Plus. I talked to her, I think her mom connected us, and we connected, and she was here, her first time in Phoenix, just as a customer, to the Thursday night event, and she heard Wendy Campbell speak about the relationship between nutrition and disease. And then she just got excited about Juice Plus. They did a whole lot of other things, and Kirstin was already very proactive in doing things for her daughter's health. But I will tell you that this sweet little girl, Charity, I think she's 12 now, and Charity is doing so well and she's so healthy. And I just think about the fact that there are thousands of stories like that in this room represented, of stories of who changes because they get on Juice Plus. But I'm going to ask you a couple other questions. What if this business could make you brave? Like really brave, to do things you never thought you could do? Or what if this business allowed you to dream again and you had forgotten how to do that? What if there's more available to you than you even can comprehend? What if this changes your marriage or saves your marriage? You guys, we have a handful of stories of people who have said that are on our team. Just our little team alone of how this business has saved their marriage. Or what if this could save someone's life? Or many lives? What if this could bring your husband home? At the end of November, my husband closed up his law practice to come home to do this business with me so that we can impact so many more lives than we have to this point.
What did he do, November? He's a lawyer. He just retired from his law practice to do this
I'm more excited than ever about our future. It's already better than we could have ever asked for or imagined. And this is what we're building.
That's remarkable.
She was on Medicare and food stamps.
So what started for us as fruits and vegetables in a capsule really has become freedom. It has been profound what it has done for us, like I mentioned before,
Looks like Kate
and
Ann
also for
picture.
so many others. But today I want to invite you to step into that freedom. I'm going to invite you to go and build a really strong business with a team that will impact more lives than you've ever dreamed that you could. And with that, I am so excited to bring up my very best friend since we were 10 years old, Miss Peggy Rivera, who is an amazing 50 Club National Marketing Director. And we love getting to do this business together. She's also a 24 Club Member of the Year, Elton Award winner, and she's going to tell you about how to grow your business. Thanks, Bree. I'm so excited to be here. Oh, yeah, this might help. So I have to just admit something really quickly, and maybe a few of you will be in the same boat as me, I don't know, but I have to admit that I am a self-proclaimed former anti-numbers girl. Anybody else, like seriously, when you hear numbers, all of a sudden like tunnel vision starts happening. Information goes in one ear and out the other, like start sweating, get really nervous. I don't know what it is, but that was me. Anybody in the same boat? Okay. Thank you, I'm not alone. But if I used to be an anti-numbers girl, and here I am standing here today, then I guarantee that you guys can learn to not be as well. But I'll tell you a secret of how I got to that point was I realized that just by looking at some simple numbers, and I'm simple, okay, simple, numbers on your virtual office and in your reports, by learning a couple of those numbers that would impact my paycheck, you bet I became a numbers girl really quickly. But first I want to tell you something, and I want you to hear me before we start talking about this, because we are talking about numbers, and we are going to talk about paychecks, which is really exciting. But I want you to hear this. We truly rise by lifting others. You cannot get where you want to go in this business without helping team members get to their potential and their goals as well. That's the heart behind this mission. So that's where our heart is. I know that's where Bree and Danette's heart is as well, and our team. Is that all of these things are for one another and because of one another, and we get to help people. So we do truly rise by lifting others up through this marketing plan. We get to love and serve others while we are making an income. How cool is that? There's not a lot of companies that you can say that about, but you can definitely say that about this one. But even though we are a company with a heart and we are teams that are on a mission and we love to serve and care for other people, it's really important to know how to run our business and how it works. Otherwise, what's the point? So let's move on to that and start talking about numbers. So building strong, just like Bree talked about, is going to show up, and it's going to show up in your numbers on your virtual office, okay? And here is what you want to do. So when you are building strong, it's going to show up in a couple of ways. And the first way it's going to show up, and please, everybody, have your books out and write some stuff down. Because you're going to want to go home and get with your upline and figure this out. So number one, you want to look for two things on your 12-month analysis report. And if you don't know what your 12-month analysis report is, when you get home or after this is over, ask your upline and they'll show you. First, you want to look for pay line. Write this down. Your pay line is your overall volume growth, and it comes from both personal orders and team orders. That's the really exciting part. We cannot do this business alone. It is a team effort, and so that's the really, really great part. Okay. So I know this, again, if you are not a numbers person, this might look like mumbo jumbo to you, but I promise you, if I can do this formula, then you can too. So what we do on our team, and I want to give you this example. So we had somebody on our team recently who was going for the level of senior sales coordinator. She needed approximately 2,034 points, as you can see up there, and she had about 26 total team members. And she looked at this number a few days before the end of the month and thought, there's no way I can get this done. So I said, hey, how many team members do you have and how much volume do you need? So we figured it out and we did this simple equation. So we took the volume, we divided it by the point value, so the PVC of a trio on monthly installments. That's only 42.38 PVC, which when you do the math is 48 new customer orders. So yes, it would be hard for one person to do this in just a few days, but with a team, it is effortless. And so it became super, super easy. And so a big shout out to Kira, wherever she is. We're so proud of you for her and her team coming together and getting this done. It was really simple to do when we looked at it that way. So I'd encourage you to do that as well. Okay, so in this picture here, you will see, and where's Kirstin? She's in here too. Something else we do on our team is a customer acquisition campaign. So if you ever are looking at your numbers and you want that to grow, a really great way to do it is to involve your team. You know, find a passion, find something that you can get excited about, that your team can get excited about, and make that your mission. Let your passion fuel you. Let your passion fuel the numbers. So, what gets you excited? Think about that. Is it family health? Is it kids health? Maybe it's athletes. Maybe it's moms. Whatever it is, think about what that is. Decide for yourself and for your team, and figure something out that is going to help you increase your numbers and get more customers. Actually, what we're doing is we're getting people healthy, right? That's what we're doing. So I have a team member, Kirstin, she's brilliant, and this is her son Jack up here, and they were, her and her team did something called a 100 Healthy Kids campaign. And they put 100 sticky notes on this poster board, and every time they were able to share Juice Plus, get a family healthy that had a children's health study order or any order of the gummies for a child, and they were getting them healthy, they put their names on one of these sticky notes until they filled up the entire thing. Now that was just their idea, it was fun for them, it was something their team wanted to do, but maybe it's something else for you. Think about that, you guys could do that together. And this shows that growing your pay line can be fun, and getting families healthy is really simple. So another great way, I said there was two great ways to measure strength and your pay line growth. And the other one is, so when you're looking on your PVC report or your 12-month analysis report, you're looking for performance bonus and promote out bonus. So write those words down. Count how many of your lines are in performance bonus, and promote out bonus. When you're a virtual franchisee, like Bree was explaining, then you have the chance to earn PB or promote or whatever. It's all in here. Okay. Anyway, you have a chance to get 5%, earn 5% on your downline. Who wouldn't want to do that, right? Bree talked about not leaving any money on the table. I don't want to leave any money on the table for her to get, right? So that's one of the ways. The next number is called POV, or Promote Out Bonus. Write that down as well. That gives you an opportunity to earn an extra 4% on your downline. That's really exciting too. The simplest way, so there's a couple of ways that POV works out on your 12-month analysis report, but the simplest way to explain it is that it's 3,000 PVC when you're a sales coordinator in your downline in any 1 month. So that's the number that you're looking for. The best part, again, is that it's a team effort. You cannot do this by yourself, which is amazing. I think our marketing plan is brilliant that we cannot do anything by ourselves. The more lines you have, write this down. The more lines. Ooh, I love it. I say write this down and everybody puts their heads down. The more lines you have in PV and POV, the stronger your business will be. Okay, strength equals speed. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. So, how many of you love the adrenaline that you get when you are either in a fast car or you are driving a fast car? I mean, it might scare the crap out of you, but who gets really excited? Okay, I love it. I think it's super exciting. I think the thrill of it is so exciting. Okay, and the best part is we have something just like that in our business. It's called the Fast Track program. So when I say strength equals speed, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about our Fast Track programs. And the way that they are built is so that the faster you go, with the more stability underneath you, the stronger your business is going to be. So get involved in these Fast Track programs like Bree was talking about, all the way up to sales coordinator and beyond. And let me tell you something. The thrill of chasing the next promotion is so exciting. How many of you have utilized the Fast Track program and know what that's like? It's like a couple of days before qualifiers day, you have like 2 more days to make your promotion and you do it, and it's so exciting, and then you feel like you can move on and do the next one too. All right, who remembers this video game? I was sharing this a couple of days ago, and people were like, wait, I don't know if everybody's gonna remember that. There's a lot of youngsters. Well, I'm not old, okay? So, we used to play Super Mario Brothers all the time. And do you remember, so you could either run as fast as you could and get to the very end of the game and see how fast you could do it, or if you were a professional, like me, you would go through, collect all the coins, and there were like these secret hidden spots where you could like bump your head up and it would like make something grow or break. That's how I remember it anyway. I mean, it may not be anything like that, but it would allow you to get these things that would strengthen you and make you run faster and make you run through these like fireballs. And anyway, so in our business, I do have a plan for this is going somewhere. So in our business, it's the same way. You can just go all the way through, run to the very end, do as fast as you can. But what I'm here to tell you is that you do not want to sacrifice strength for speed. And what I mean by that is, don't do that. Don't try to get to the end of the game as fast as you can. Take your time in building your team while you are utilizing the Fast Track programs. You can do both of them at the same time. But what I mean by that, like the little coins that you want to pick up along the way and the little bricks that you want to, reveal in the game, are, plugging into your team calls. Do that every single time your team has a call. Take advantage of all this amazing training. Take the products, for goodness sakes. Like everybody talked about that this morning. Please take all the products to strengthen. Engage with your team. Stay plugged in. All of these things are going to help you get to the end stronger, not just faster. And there is strength in numbers, which is really exciting. So you want to create multiple lines at the same time. So when we're looking at the Fast Track program and you get somebody and you're so excited that you got this one new person to sign up and all of a sudden you're sticking all your eggs in one basket. You're spending so much time with them and forgetting, like Bree talked about, we have the ability to grow frontline as much as we want, as wide as we want. So while you are spending your time with the person that really wants to work,
keep getting other new team members. There's strength in numbers. And what we do on our team, we created something several months ago, which has been working fabulously, is what we call a freshman class Zoom call. And what we do is we look at the report, or we look at our virtual offices from the previous month and see all the names of the new people that have signed on to our team. And then all of their leaders invite them onto the call at the very beginning of the next month. There's no training involved, but all the NMDs get together from our team and we speak life into these brand new team members. And we just share our stories and we let them in on this culture and this mission. And that does a couple of things. It creates social proof. It lets them know that they're not alone, that there's other people that are doing this too, and that's really exciting. So get people going at one time. All right, moving on up. I would sing the Jefferson theme song, but I'm not going to do that. So moving on up through the marketing plan. So we have a very simple marketing plan. All of these tools that they just talked about this morning on the Healthy Living Revolution, all those brand new tools, who is so excited about that? So amazing. I love it. And I'm so grateful to our Healthy Living Revolution community and the team that has put all these together for us. All we have to do is plug in. That's it. They've done it all for us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just need to plug in. But what I want to tell you about the Fast Track program is you want to look at the requirements as minimums. You should probably write that down. So look at the requirements as minimums. If it's only required that you have 2 direct distributors or 2 virtual franchisees, go out and get more. Go above and beyond. That's only going to make your business stronger. Exceed their expectations. Create more strong team members, and your business will be so solid that you will soar right into the next level and the next level and beyond. And I'll tell you a story really quickly about our team when we were going for the level of qualifying national marketing director. And I was feeling a little bit stuck at senior sales coordinator. Anybody ever felt stuck before? Yes, okay, not alone on that either. So I was feeling a little bit stuck. I reached out to my team, I spoke life into them, I let them know why I love them so much, what they mean to me, and asked them if they would come along with me on this journey. And they did. Every single one of them said yes. So I would encourage you, if you are moving through this Fast Track program, if you really have goals to make it through the leadership levels and beyond, then I would encourage you to do that. Reach out to your team. Make this a team effort. Create that tribe. And it's going to help you move through the marketing plan so much faster. So when I was going for qualifying national marketing director, we did that. And every single day we were committed to this and committed to growing our team. And what ended up happening was I made it to qualifying national marketing director 6 months later when I decided that I was going to draw the line in the sand. And then we had so much momentum because of that just 2 months later we stepped right into NMD.
Wow.
So that's what
It's gonna happen to you, Amy.
bringing your team along and creating so much stability and momentum can do. All right, and follow the yellow brick road. So,
taping this for
we'll move
Colleen.
on.
There it is.
Okay.
There's a sign for you, Colleen.
Again,
Dorothy
we have a super
speaking.
simple marketing plan, but the
Dorothy
thing that has
here,
helped
check it out.
My team and my business keep growing so much is that we keep moving people through the marketing plan. I didn't just decide to get to national marketing director and stop signing up team members, moving people up through the marketing plan. Bring people along with you. Turn around and help the people that want to grow their businesses. So in order to move up, you have to help your team move up as well. Again, best part of our business, hands down, is that you can't get to where you want to go unless you're helping somebody else. The best thing that you can do as a leader, write this down, the best thing that you can do as a leader is to get to the next level and then turn around and help your team get there as well. All right, now for the exciting part. So let me just pause here for a second. I know that there are probably a few of you in this room that have such big hearts for helping others. They love to see people get healthy. They love to help other people. But maybe there's some people in this room, and you don't have to raise your hand. Maybe there's some people in this room that have a real hang-up for getting paid for it. Have you ever heard that on your team? people feel a little bit bad for getting paid for what they're doing. Well, I'm here to give you permission today, permission to earn an income. And let me tell you why. When you paid your $50, when you signed up as a distributor, you are now a business owner. And what business owners shouldn't be getting paid for what they are doing? You are valuable. Your time is valuable. Everything about you and your team is valuable. You should get rewarded for helping others. You should. So, let this be your permission. Go earn a big paycheck. Okay, so, as a team, we can impact a ton of
Amy,
people.
this is so
We
true.
can.
This last slide, look at this.
You will get rewarded for what you do as a team. So let me tell you this real quick. So more customers means more lives are getting healthy, right? More team members means more families are earning an extra income. You put these together and the reward is really great. This last slide is my absolute favorite. Every dollar we earn is a direct reflection of how many lives are being changed for the better.
This product.
Everybody close your eyes for 1 second. Close your eyes. Visualize that for a minute. Every single dollar in your paycheck represents a human life. A human life that you have helped. That's exciting. I don't know what other business would allow somebody to do that, to get paid for having a heart for serving and helping others.
Business like this.
So I'll leave you with this. A stable team plus a stable customer base equals a stable paycheck. But a growing team plus a growing customer base equals a growing paycheck. Now, everybody shout if you want a growing paycheck. Okay, so next up to teach us about duplicating all of this is my friend Danette Blair. And Danette was